feel like I let myself just get completely distracted. And I mean, yeah, does this happen in life? You know, uh, it happens in business and life, and it it's like somehow I went off. Like I had this commitment to doing this show, and the idea around the morning scrum, and I tried to do the live show, and I was like got sort of more pulled into this idea of like, okay, like let's do what I want to do. Maybe I'll do these webinars, and none of it really worked out that well. And I ended up I spent a bunch of money. I got Zoom, was trying to figure it out, and I could create some nice webinar pages, but nobody comes to the webinars anyway. I'm like, I wonder if things have changed anyway. Like nobody wants to go to webinars, or I really don't have time. Like unless you have the time to really produce it and effort, and the value is happening because I record and I create interesting content, and I just realized, wow, I like completely got off track. And I still have Restream, and it's so much easier to use this. Like to produce like a basic show that looks pretty good and doesn't require a whole bunch of post-production efforts, pretty straightforward. So I cleaned up a few things and decided to get back on the show. I'm sorry, I think I hit the music here. There we go. We need the music. To properly chill and focus. So anyway, and a bunch of things. Like I can't even. It was so hard to just even get. I was like off in the Zoom world, and yeah, I mean it's a really big product, and it had some really great features, and you could have webinars with lots of people. I realized like I'm so far away from being able to do that, and like they're really two different things. Like the intimate recording with somebody. With another, a few people and chatting, like that's producing a ton of value. And I really don't need, I don't really need the webinar for that. Like I just need, a way to get some people on this conversation and build these like more like smaller groups and connections. And so like earlier today, I mean, I was using Zoom, and that was my word. I'm like, oh my gosh, it was so hard to get this like webinar session working right, and it like I was on with Sunny for Sunny Bites, and it didn't even record like his video because I didn't have it set up right, and it was so hard to tell what was going on. Like I do like Restream here because I'm like in the studio, and what I see on the screen is like what you're going to see coming out of this, and so it's really convenient to produce this. And here I'm back to being able to figure out. Okay, wait a second. I'm like, I changed my background, but I obviously didn't get it on every slide. So I'm just going to, hold on, I'm just going to modify it. I'm just going to do this. Like, you can see I changed. So like, yeah, here we go. So this is like me and the background here. And I just don't know if there's like a way to make it. Yeah, what's going on?
Ready for the cookies.
Oh, that's right. At 3 o'clock, we have the cookies and crafts. Yeah. Gotcha.
And you're getting stuff. There's like balloons and stuff.
I gotcha. Well, that's awesome.
Don't not like me one more time, or I'm not thinking about your thing anymore.
You're like completely not helping. Okay. All right, well, we're going to do at 3 o'clock, so I'm going to finish my recording here, my show, and then we're going to...
Look at our video, looks so good.
Gotcha. All right, well, then we're going to do our thing. So anyway, all right, we'll check back in a bit here. So.
Can I bring one out? Just so I can cut one here?
Just right in the front and then right back in, okay? Yeah, so the kids are off school, all this anyway. So I'm going to focus, and I'm going to share my screen so we can test some of this here. And there we go. So we want like probably like this. Let's try this. And I can add. this. Let's see. That looks cool. We can make it bigger. And I can break this here. Yeah, this is looking pretty good. So, yeah, this is my big challenge for today. And I'm like, I need to start like messaging. I got a funnel, you know, I actually am going to add, you know, this here. So I'm going to add Signal and build this out. So the idea here, you know, with these LinkedIn messages, I have a post for Signal, and but I also, you know, install, you know, this. I can probably name these. This agent is the one I'm trying to think about, and I honestly just like, I have ideas on how to build this. And the challenge is the technical integration with LinkedIn out here, and I need to update this, and I need to put LinkedIn in here. I need something good for LinkedIn. Yeah, and for better for worse, this is technically painful, this connection of like, that's what it comes down to. I mean, creating a bot, I think that, you know, the logic and the, say, script for a bot is one thing, but getting it to talk, you know, getting it, you know, to, and there's these different tools like API, you know, different APIs, and like, you know, there's so many different approaches to this. And I think I'm hung up on this because I need to message, and I'm going to need to figure this out. And I have other, you know, but, and I want to scale up and have this kind of sustained thing going on. And this is where it gets really hard, right? It's like, okay, what, like, how do I come up with a process and like scope my time and not create some kind of situation where I'm gonna like, hey, I'm just spending all this time on, you know, yeah, I'm just like spending all my time on an effort on something that I'm not, you know, that I'm not sustaining, and so that's really the challenge of this. I mean, you gotta go. I can't. I thought you were gonna play outside. All right. Well, then I need to be able to. I gotta focus and do my work, and then I'll come get you guys food and do all the stuff that I need to do. But I want to actually finish this thing. So, you know, there's this question of like, okay, I bring somebody in. No, you want it? I don't know. Guys, this is just so not helpful. Go. So this is the part I'm trying to think through, right? It's like I need to go, I need to start moving, but I also have a vision of what I want to build into, because I can't build all of this right away. Like this is like trying to execute and build and scale something where you're kind of automating LinkedIn. But the value is super high. There's these APIs that I can do it with. You know, I think I can do this in an agentic manner. And, you know, there's just so many questions of how this would work. And I'm like, do I build this first, or do I just start the process? And I think sometimes that's the part. That's like really the crux. It's like, I think if you get, and I remember just, you know, I've built so many applications, and sometimes if you start with this solution first, it's a waste of time usually. Meaning, like, I want to go solve XYZ problem, but I don't even know if that's the right problem. And I'm going to try to go solve that. I'm going to go build a little more. When I had quick days back in the day, and I was like, I can build everything. I was constantly building things for my team that, like, problems that didn't exist. But I also wanted to learn, and it was fun, right? They would go along with my experiment. And I learned a ton, and I learned, like, certain things worked a lot. I built a lot of things early on that, like, just, where I would take, I built many things that were like learning projects. And later on, and maybe they came into play, like, oh, wow, I'm so glad I built something that did X, even though at the time I didn't really use it. But I think the right way is, like, to walk before you learn, right? It's like, okay, what do I do? How do I do this manually? And once I'm doing this regularly, then I can automate the pieces that are a pain in the butt. So is it, I just need to go get some people, load them into HubSpot, right? And then, just manually send them LinkedIn messages? Or is it Apollo in the middle here? Because Apollo actually is probably a pretty good way, because it'll like automate a lot of it. And so that might be, and I think that's been part of my idea, is like HubSpot as the backdrop and Apollo. Yeah, I'm gonna go with, I need to try this. Let's try it. Let's find something cool for Apollo. Even though that was my brain from the past one. Let's go. Let's use some code. The one thing here is that this will synchronize. But I would say that Apollo tasks are quite a bit. Application to HubSpot. Because I'm not giving up on HubSpot as the hub data hub. And there's a lot of reasons why I just don't want to give up on this either. And it's actually not a big thing. So this is still really good piece of thinking right there. Now the question would become, actually there are some already, like extracting some profiles. You don't even really need that. Like, it has the data. I'm just gonna go. Because you can send the LinkedIn messages, and then it's only this question of how do I, this is interesting. I would like to think about this piece, and I think this is what I'm going to focus on this afternoon, is just launching Apollo and going deep here, because I was feeling like I was going to do this and I'll try to use HubSpot, and I think Anthony answered my own question here. And there's like a lot of ways and tools I have already for like having run things in Apollo. I'm like, wait a second, this feels good. I'm like automating all this stuff. I'm like, it's cool, but like maybe there's some like I think there's an exploration here that I can just go down, because I don't want to create all this information. I do want to look at. I'm just going to go this one for 4 minutes. Now, this is really the challenge, is that how do you... So Apollo, does anybody have this? I'm going to research this more. later. I mean, I'm sure there's like, what is this? It doesn't need a link. LinkedIn messaging is difficult to integrate. It's just no simple. But I actually feel pretty confident, like if I can boil it down, sending the LinkedIn messages actually, this has a good human in the middle flow to follow. And I really like how it's like, it gives you a task, you kind of actually. So my main question just comes down to, can I extract the LinkedIn messages and get that data and monitor LinkedIn messages? So this is something that like I need to highlight this. So my map actually became a lot simpler. User loads prospects, works on the messaging task view, and really get here literally and this age is like actually not even like, this is just like the hypothetical agent. So yeah, I'm feeling pretty good about this thought process. Okay, what am I going to do today to like change my fortunes? So I'm really digging on this. And yeah. Like super cool. It's not perfect, but anyway, yeah, I'm excited. I'm gonna go get lunch, do something useful, and if you want to talk about ideas and ways to scale up your own outbound, and whether it's for like solopreneur, small business, corporate departments, I'd love to solve this. You know, I work with lots of people on these, you know, these kind of outbound, authentic sort of engines, and have had a lot of success with them. And I think I'm probably going to dive more into this topic with SDR, BDR, where it is like automation fit. So yeah, I'm excited for warm-up idea. This guy's actually, you know, and I'm looking, you know, Soren is a company I work with today. They're not officially another anchor sponsor for my shows. So pretty interesting. That's what this whole fund is about. Right? Is how do I go out and start to market my next anchor? So anyway, exciting stuff, and looking forward to building this next piece out.